The current law isn't specific enough about what the definition of bullying is and what the school districts are supposed to do about it. So my legislation enacts more specific definitions of bullying and more specific procedures on how to respond to it. And it utilizes a technology component to take advantage of today's technology to develop a system that would be consistent and reliable. The current law requires school districts to have an anti-bullying policy, but it doesn't go into much detail about what has to be in that policy and so forth. So it's kind of vague as to what's the definition of bullying and how are we supposed to respond to it. The result is that some school districts report that they have no incidents of bullying at all, and we know that's not true. So what we're doing with the legislation is requiring all school districts to have a more comprehensive, a more specific policy about bullying and a more specific plan for dealing with it. And then, as I said before, I use add a technology component to use computers to make sure that people are following up on bullying incidents and taking the appropriate action. The bill we're introducing this term is virtually identical to the one we introduced last term. The trouble is I introduced the bill late in the last session. There wasn't enough time to hold the hearings and go through the legislative process. So we decided we're going to reintroduce this bill right from the get-go, right at the beginning of this term, to give it the maximum amount of time to make its way through the system. I'm excited about the fact that we have over 50 co-sponsors. That tells me we've got the traction that's necessary to get it into the legislative pipeline and through the different hurdles that a bill has to go through to get into law.